Hello and welcome to my hair routine. So this is for all the curly girls out there, to anybody that's generally interested in hair, or anybody that has maybe a slight kink or wave in the hair, because you can achieve more defined curls by scrunching and the products that you use. So I thought I'd go through exactly what I do. I'm by no means an expert, it worked for me, but if anybody has got any hints, tips or any suggestions on products, please comment and then I can definitely have a look, because I'm always after help as well. So when I wash my hair, I don't always actually use a shampoo. I probably do shampoo every other time, always conditioner it, of course. And for those curly girls out there, that's the only time that you brush your hair. Only ever brush it in the shower when I'm getting out the conditioner. So I brush it through and then I come out with it sodden wet. So I don't squeeze any of the water out. I come out with it as it is now. And then I have this very handy, it's a curly girl brush. I'm not sure exactly the name, so I can find out and I'll put that in the description. This is the brush that I use in the shower to brush it through to get the conditioner out. Sometimes I might leave a little bit of conditioner in there, so if I feel it's slightly dry and a bit brittle, a little bit of conditioner left in it won't do it any harm. So I have this micro fibre towel. You can probably, this is actually a beach one, you can probably get actually hair ones, but this is what I use to scrunch my hair, which I'll show you in a second. So I start off by brushing it through, so any extra knots that might be in there, and I also make sure I get it into the parting that I want. So I like a slight side parting, and that's naturally kind of how my hair falls. So I go down to the side, brush it through. By doing this, it just gets out any extra bits of hair and any knots that might be in there. And it's so sodden wet, it just glides through. Just pull the back bit there, because I like to have a bit more volume at the back. Of course, every single wash and curl will be just so different. Those curly girls out there that might already know that. And you can see there the curls, or the hair is slowly starting to decide how it's going to fall itself. So I use certain products. Again, you might be able to give me some hints or suggestions. I actually use Frieda. So Frieda has a great range of curly hair products. These are just the ones I've kind of tried over the years. I've tried the curly girl method and lots of other ones. But again, if you've got any hints or tips for curly hair, but I start with this Frizz Dreams Curl. So I simply just spray over the hair, start at the tips. So I'm going to take the towel off. Start at the tips, at the roots, sorry, and just spray around. You can slowly see the curls are just starting to decide where they want to fall. And then, because it's obviously, you can water or like a product, you can hear that it's really sodden wet and adding to the water that's on my hair. By just gently kind of scrunching there, you can already see the curls defining. So I think that's okay. So just go through your hands, just start encouraging the curl by giving it a good scrunch. The curls will start deciding how they want to fall, and then when it comes to blow drying it, they've already formed their place, hopefully. So then they just scrunch up. Sometimes they go into real spirals, and other times it's just a looser curl. So what I will do in a minute is use my finger to help just kind of combine the hair and just wrap it around my finger, just to help encourage the curl if it's not quite as tight as I like. Then I use the Frizz Dream Curls Creme. It's curl defying. So I just used kind of like a pea size on my hand, rub it through, and this just, I do it mainly on my roots. Again, I've got no idea if I'm doing this right. I'm sure there's lots of hairdressers out there telling me, don't do it like that, do it like this. But this is the way that I've learnt, I've taught myself, and it just kind of works. So those are the two products there. And then what I'm going to do is just pull a couple strands out and just, you can see, just twist them around your finger, and then the curls start, they're already forming as you saw in that one there, so I've just had to pull that one apart, but twist and twist. The front of my hair always seems to be curlier than the back. The back is obviously where you sleep, generally. So in the mornings I have to spray it again. I don't use as much products just to get the curl and get away with the frizz, because my hair tends to frizz. And I generally know when I've put too much product on, it goes hard and crispy. So that's when I then need to wash it, because it's just full of product. I love it the first couple of days of having my hair washed and blow dried. So of course I can't see around the back, but I'm just using my hands to kind of pick up and just keep twisting. So I think we could do this, of course, on any length hair. When before I got married, before I had children, I had really long spiral curly hair, really curly hair. It's in my dad's family, I think, the curls, or definitely is. So yeah, before I had children, I had really long curly hair, and at my wedding it was really tight spirals. It was so beautiful, and I tended to have longer hair then, but having children has changed my hormones and changed my hair, so therefore the curls are nowhere near as defined. I'm sure lots of you can relate. They've got curly hair and had children, or things happen to you, have some kind of treatment, and your hair will just change. So I tend to keep it short, because that way the curls become more defined and just a nicer curl. I actually prefer my hair curl shorter actually anyway, so it works. But isn't it amazing how hormones can change your body and your hair, of course your skin and everything else. But okay, so I'm just going through, just really just to encourage those more ringlet curls, and then I just keep scrunching it. See there, the curl. And then I use the Frizzy's Dream Curls Mousse. So I'm not sure whether this is the right order. For any hairdressers out there, you might correct me. But then I just, this I think is more of a hold. So once you blow dry it, it gives you more of a hold. So hopefully by me twisting it through my fingers, the curls have developed their spiral. So when I scrunch this on, it then just helps keep that curl defined. You can hear, so this is the second kind of spray, but a bit more like a golf ball, a bit smaller than a golf ball size, evenly picked from my hands. But you can hear it's so sodden wet still, so I need to encourage the curls still, but get out the moisture so it doesn't take me forever to diffuse it. So if I show you, hopefully you can see curls all the way around. And then, so this microfiber towel, this is a huge one, of course, you can use smaller ones. This will get the moisture out of your hair. So just keep squeezing it, and you can see there how amazing the curls just then suddenly pop up. So squeeze and hold up to your roots. So you do underneath, squeeze and hold. So it's sucking out all the moisture, but just encouraging your curls at the same time. So you can see there the lovely spiral curls. And then the other side, find a dry bit on the towel. It's so wet. If you go through to your roots as well, so when you do come to blow dry it, your roots are not quite so wet. So I've done the two sides, and you can see there again all the spiral curls, and hopefully where I've encouraged it through my fingers, it's just defined it more. And then I go to my back, really try to concentrate on that area, because as I said, it's the area that just doesn't seem to stay as curly. It's much more flat at the back. So if anybody, any curly girls out there or hairdressers have any tips of how to keep the back more curly, again, please try not to judge me. This is just how I do it. So for people out there that haven't done this before or don't follow a set routine, this is just what I do. So, and hopefully it helps. So you can see there, the curls have chosen their place. Hopefully, I'm sure that will be always move. They will always move. But you can see there, by using the products, use my finger to help define the curl, and then really squeezing out the moisture with my fingers, and the microfiber towel really does help. It really pushes them up, and you can see there. So when it comes to diffusing it, it definitely helps. And then I have a standard diffuser. So unfortunately, I don't have a Dyson diffuser. I don't have the funds. I haven't invested in one yet. However, my hairdresser has one, and so when she uses it, the curls really do define, and I do think it makes a difference to the curls, but everyday kind of hair dryers and diffusers definitely do work. So what I do then is pin at the front, just so I can kind of do the underneath, start with the underneath. I just pull the front up, get the front bit out the way, and then I start diffusing the back. By having the top bit up, I can really get to the roots at the back here, and hopefully I use the diffuser and just keep pushing it back to the base of the head, just to keep the curls tight, and hopefully that will encourage them. You can see how it's bouncing up. It's almost dry at the bottom here. So just keep going around your head and just lifting up. And then before I do that, I pop on a bit of this styling hold. So I'm not sure whether many people use it in the curly world, but because my hair can go frizzy and I like a defined curl, then I just add kind of pea-size amount to my hand. And then I just kind of ruffle it in using it's not loads, it's kind of like a hairspray, I suppose, and hopefully it just takes off the bit of frizz there might be. And then I give it a blast on the really high temperature, and that holds that temperature with the gel, seems to hold, and it dries, and then it helps the frizz and just gives it one extra bounce. the top bit down and dry the top layer. Then make sure I do my roots, so in the middle here I can feel it's still a bit damp, so I concentrate on that area to get that particularly dry. So you can see the crazy curls are there, they're coming. So it's a bit frizzy, so I'm going to put the L'Oreal Hold Gel on top just to hold it as I did the underlayer. So a small amount, a pea-shape amount on your hand, your palms, your fingertips, and just kind of run it through, scrunch it as we go. And it just, I think, takes away that extra little bit of frizz. You can see how much volume there is there. Not every time I wash it is like this. Again, it just, every time it's so different. Right, so then I give it one last blast and I hope that it forms frizz-free curls. Well, so you can see the crazy hair really got some volume. So I personally can't handle having my hair down. To walk around with it in your face, but down, I can't do, never have. So I either pin it back into a clip with one of these clips, or when it's freshly washed, I particularly like it just with some smaller curvy clips. So because I like the side parting, I should say that again, because I like the side parting, I just pull the front bit up and across. Sometimes I use that bit there and I just simply pull it to one side. The clip goes in and a crisscross at the back and then one through the middle. So there we have fresh, washed, dried, frizz-free hair. Sometimes I just pop a bit of hairspray over it just to help any loose bits of frizz. But yeah, the diffuser that I use is just a standard diffuser. I think I got this on Amazon. My lovely hairdresser uses or has a Dyson hair diffuser. It's amazing. It really does change the look of the curl. Unfortunately, I don't have the money. I can't invest in one just yet. But when I do, I'm sure I'm going to love it. But yeah, just a standard diffuser is great. And then in the mornings, I have a water spray, spray it all over. Because there's already products in the hair, you don't want to keep layering it and keep adding to it. So I spray it over with some water with my hands and just kind of get rid of any frizz. And then I use the diffuser in the same way as I've done as it's getting dry, just to help with the bounce, and then pin it up. And then I probably wash my hair once, maybe twice a week. I don't overwash it. I know some people with straight hair have to wash it every day, but yeah, once, twice a week. I can definitely tell as the curls are getting less, and then I can feel the brittle and the hardness of the products in my hair. I definitely then need to wash it. So yes, hopefully that's helped. I know lots of you can't always invest in so many different products, and it's all trial and error, but hopefully that's helped. It's a very standard way of doing it. It's my way. But if you have any comments, any tips, or any recommendations of products, or any other ways of doing it, please share, because I'd love for you to do that, and then it helps me. But yeah, I will catch up with you soon.